Since the COVID pandemic in 2020, many individuals transitioned to remote work to reduce the risk of contagion. This granted employees more time for themselves, previously spent commuting. From mid-2022, organizations decided to rethink their policies. Some, such as Nvidia and Airbnb, decided to keep their work-from-home policies, while others, such as Disney and Apple, decided to apply the return-to-office mandates. These organizations assumed that working from home reduces productivity and negatively impacts firm performance. Employees, of course, disagree, believing the recent flexibility positively impacted their well-being and consequently their productivity and satisfaction. These two individuals decided to run a study to add empirical data to answer and challenge those assumptions. They wanted to learn the following. What made organizations decide to build a return-to-office policy? They wanted to understand the profile of organizations that decided to implement those mandates. They wanted to understand how those policies impacted on employees. And finally, the study checks, very important, the financial performance after the RTO mandates. Now, let's see each step in detail. First step. Understand why organizations decide to build a return-to-office policy. The main reasons are two. First one, managers suggest that the return-to-office mandates aim to improve employee productivity, firm performance, and ultimately firm values. And second reason, managers believe that remote work is a cause of poor firm performance rather than poor strategic decisions. Then the study also looked into the profile of the organizations that decided to implement the return-to-office mandates. And it found out that the likelihood of having an RTO is significantly higher in organizations with poor prior stock market performance and male and powerful CEOs. This implies that the organizations with better prior stock market performance and female CEOs are less likely to apply the return-to-office policies. The third step was to understand the impact of return to office on employees. The data analysis revealed that employees believe they were more productive and happier working from home, and that the RTO mandates were just a sign of upper management lack of trust, wanting to regain control of employees. It's also worth mentioning that there is another segment of employees who believe that the work from home policy made it harder to disconnect from work and isolation negatively impacted their well-being. All those were assumptions. What is the empirical data? After implementing the RTO mandates, ratings for employee satisfaction, work-life balance, and trust in senior management culture, they all decreased. And finally, and more important probably for upper management, the study looks into the financial performance after the return-to-office mandates. Despite CEOs and managers guessing that low economic performance was due to a lack of productivity in employees, rather than bad strategic decisions or the impact of the current worldwide economic situation, the results showed that organizations are not improving their firms with mandatory return-to-office plans, and they do not experience significant changes in profitability and market values from non-RTO firms. This sadly supports the previous point. Managers are applying RTO mandates without data to prove that their actions will positively impact the organization. Not only that, but data supports that the only outcome is a decrease in employee satisfaction and ultimately employee turnover. This study really highlights the urgent needs for organizations to reconsider their return-to-office policies. Enhancing flexible work arrangements can lead to enhanced employee satisfaction and productivity, proving more effective than strict RTO mandates. Adopting a data-driven approach to policy changes is crucial. So, before rolling out RTO mandates, gathering and analyzing empirical evidence can help in crafting strategies that truly benefit their organization and its employees. And as a final thought, this research is a clear call to action for leaders to focus on data and employee well-being in their decision processes. By prioritizing flexible, evidence-based policies, organizations can achieve greater success and create a more fulfilling work environment for everyone.